Yeah. The dueling scandals. Yes. Ooh. Well, the Democrats, ever since they've lost power in 2024, they've been trying to get that power back. And their main arms of trying to get the power back is to try to utilize the corporate media, the mainstream media, the legacy media, and the cable news networks, in particular, MS Now, or what I call BS Now, and Microsoft. It used to be Microsoft NBC, and they used to use, and they're still using CNN to a certain extent, and also, of course, the mainstream fake news media, NBC, ABC, and CBS. So there's only one cable news network right now currently that's for Donald Trump and for the people of the United States, and that's Fox News. So that's it. So it's just Fox News competing against 5 other networks that hate Trump and want the Democrats back in power. So it's very lopsided, except for conservative news voices, conservative voices online, which is pretty overwhelming, the majority and the voice of the people, pretty much. And so the legacy news media, the corporate news media, the state-controlled, Democrat-controlled propaganda media in this country is dying. Yeah, because no one wants to hear their lies and bullshit and fake news anymore. Because they're fucking liars. Spinsters. They don't tell the truth. Da, da, da. So I call this the dueling scandals. Okay. So on one side you have ABC, Disney, Dishonesty News, Gay Network, and then you have CBS, and you'll CBS for sure, NBC, Universal Comcast, and then of course CNN, and what used to be Microsoft, Bill Gates of hell, NBC, but now it's BS Now or MS Now, whatever that means. They're just getting weaker and weaker, losing more and more and more viewers. Thinking that it's mainstream to have a woman that looks like a dude presenting the news. I mean, that's not, I mean, even if the gay LGBTQ population in this country was 9%, as the data suggests, even if it was in some kind of gay renaissance or acceptability with younger generations, it's still not acceptable to the majority of the American people. It's still like, hey, that's gay. It's not accepted, really. It's just tolerated by our laws. That's all. Tolerance for the LGBTQ community is not the same thing as acceptance. So, tolerance and acceptance are two wildly different things. So, acceptance, if a guy's dressing like a woman and a cross-dresser, we have to accept it legally. We have to tolerate it, legally, but we don't have to accept it. We don't have to say, oh, that's normal. We don't have to normalize it. We can say, oh, well, yeah, it's legal to be lesbians and maybe even to get married, but is it? I can tolerate it, but I'm never going to accept it as something normal. Yes, tolerance, acceptance, they're not always the same thing. They're not always alike. So, MS, BS Now, and Fox News, they both have dueling scandals, and these scandals are the Obamites, the Democrats, the liberals, the communists, the socialists, the leftists, the leftoids, the libtards, whatever you want to call them, the liberals. They've been trying to nail this, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, ever since he's been confirmed. Before that, before his confirmation in the Senate as Secretary of Defense, they tried to get him for, booze and womanizing. It was booze and womanizing. Oh, he was such a drunk and he treated women like shit. They were trying to get him for, drunken womanizing or something like that. He's a dangerous straight white male. Misogynist drunk. Violent and vile. So that's what they're going for at first, but then he was confirmed. Trump came back into power. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. The voters decided. Nothing you can fucking do about it except lie and spin like the liberal media, the fake news media always does. Yeah. So now they're trying to get him for what? It's not drunken womanizing or being a successful straight white male. It's not what they're trying to bust him for this time. It's for being a heterosexual Christian straight white male. Even more reason for the libtards to hate him, I guess. Most of those people in the media are gay and lesbians and queers. Now the scandal they're trying to come up with is a scandal, drug boat scandal or something. Well, before that, it was something called Signal Gate, about breach of security on a signal chat or something. Yeah, the liberal news networks, they resurface Signal Gate every now and then. They mention it, before the 2026 midterm elections. But maybe they're targeting Trump's subordinates because it's easier than dealing with Trump himself. Because they've realized that the MAGA movement and Donald Trump is too powerful of an icon to tackle himself personally, and that they failed on at least 4 occasions, 2 assassination attempts, 91 indictments. They still failed. The Biden-Harris administration, the Democrats, the Clintons, the Bidens, Obamas, they all failed. Letitia James failed. Jack Smith failed. Fani Willis failed. Alvin Bragg failed. All fucking failed to stop Trump from being reelected twice. Well, I'm sorry. Reelected once, elected twice. Dun, dun, dun. All right, well, it's banana time, y'all. Y'all ready for Banu? So now they're trying to get, for doing his duty in the Caribbean, blowing up Venezuelan drug boats. Here we go, y'all. This is about you. So good. There you go. So Trump is too powerful himself for the Democrats to target. They tried and tried and tried and tried and lost and lost and lost and lost. And the American people and Donald Trump came out on top. So they tried a new hoax. The new hoax is, as Scott Adams says, what is the new hoax by the Democrat Party? As he often says, as he's dying of cancer every day. What is the new hoax that they're trying? Yeah. So this new hoax is about first and second strikes. Well, if you have a drug boat, they're trying to say there's Geneva Conventions in a drug war, in a war. They're trying to say that there's humanitarian rights for drug lords and those that are labeled in drug cartels as terrorist groups, that they have inalienable human rights. At least that's what they're going for. About a year or less out. A little less than a year until the midterm elections. November 2026. So they start up a new scandal. So I call it Dueling Scandals. And then, but in Minnesota though. So they're trying to bust Pete Hegseth. They want him for some reason. I don't know what it is. Is it his heterosexuality? Is it his straightness? Is it his successful achievements? Is it his successful military career? Is it his allegiance to Trump? I don't know what it is. They want him. They want him, obviously. They want him. He's a family man. What is it, like 2 or 3 kids or something? They want him for some reason. They want him because they can't get Trump. Yeah. Maybe they want Pat Bondi. Maybe they want Kash Patel. Maybe they want anybody else in the Trump administration. Oh, I guess they're after RFK in the Health and Human Services Department. But my God, they really want Hegseth, don't they? They really want to. They really want to hang Hegseth. The liberals, the Democrats, the Obamites, the Democrat Party. They really want him, though. You can tell that just by watching the news. So, is it illegal to blow the shit out of what is a drug cartel that is designated an enemy of the United States of America? I don't really think it is. I don't think there's any crime at all. I don't think there's any there. It's just another fucking hoax by the Democrat, by the liberal media, by the fake news media. And it's going nowhere, just like all their other hoaxes and all their other things. If they don't have power, they'll have nothing. If they don't win in the midterm elections in 2026, they're not going to have shit from Chinola, as the old expression goes. So, just hearsay, rumors, lies, spin, exaggerations, but nothing concrete, nothing solid. Where did the Epstein Files hoax go? Nowhere. Okay, do they have to be released in another week? So they're going to find out that there's a lot of prominent Democrats on that Epstein Island list. On those flight manifests, like Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and Chris Tucker and whoever else it was. Sean Puffy Combs. P. Diddy, you know the diddler was on that island, having a freak out or some shit, freak off or whatever they call it. So, Eyes Wide Shut. It wasn't just a movie; it was a documentary. I didn't know I was watching a documentary back in 1999, but. All right. Dueling scandals. The Democrat scandals really aren't working to help them regain power of the U.S. Congress in 2026. The Republicans have a lot better scandals. This $1 billion to Somalis. Corruption going on with Ilhan Omar and Governor Tim Walz. Now that's a scandal. Wow. And man, is that the scandal that's going to take the Democrat Party down in 2026 for a long, long time. the difference between the Republican scandal and the Democrat scandals is that the Democrat scandals, their corruption, their scandals are real and they're real damaging, and they're going to be a real problem for them going forward because they're not in power. So they can't make them go away as easily. Well, that's the story so far of the dueling scandals. Yeah, the Republicans got one, a very serious one about billion-dollar fraud in Somalis in Minnesota by supposed American Representative Ilhan Omar and Governor Tim Walz. He's up for re-election in 2026. Mike Lindell of My Pillow is running against him. That'll be an interesting race. Retard against awesome businessman. Yeah, that'll be a fascinating one. And retard plagued by scandal and missing taxpayer funds, successful businessman and owner of My Pillow, Mike Lindell. Yeah, that'll be an interesting. That'll be an interesting match. You know, like Rocky and Apollo Creed and shit. That'll be a good one. Can't wait to see that. Yeah. And then second strike Geneva conventions or something against terrorists and drug lords. I don't know. I think the Republicans, I think Trump and Pete Hegseth are going to win this one. I don't know. Just have a sneaking feeling. God bless and best of success. MAGA, make America great again. Peace. Happy holidays.